Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Doug. In today's video I'm gonna show you how much that I think that 1000 Render tokens will be worth by the next bull run of 2025. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about Render, why it's bullish, what's its potential, and why the run-up of the last month was nothing compared to the true potential of Render. So I'm not gonna talk too much and get straight into the video with the first topic: what is Render? So Render Network is basically the first decentralized GPU rendering platform empowering artists to scale GPU rendering work on demand to high performance GPU nodes around the world. So basically it's a decentralized GPU network which provides GPU computing power from around the world. And it used to be just a rendering platform, but from now they will do an array of computing tasks from basic rendering to artificial intelligence and machine learning. And you might be thinking, okay Doc, it's a decentralized GPU platform, but how many GPUs do they actually have? Well, the CEO of Render actually answered this question. He said, last I checked, it was in the range of 1 million ITSO GPUs on the waitlist. Remember, there are 50 to 500,000 GPUs via multiple mining centers that apply to add to their nodes. And you might be thinking, well, okay, we're talking about millions of idle GPUs, but how big is that actually in real life performance? Well, he actually answered that question this week as well, saying he has talked to many of the other large AI players out of there over the last year, and that Render as it is today is good for almost all of them. So Render is basically powerful enough to provide the GPU power to operate all the big AI players. For reference, an AI like ChatGPT is already costing over $700,000 per day in operating cost. And you might be thinking, well Doc, ChatGPT is the biggest in the world. He was talking about the big AI players. Was he even talking about ChatGPT OpenAI? Well, he confirmed this as well, that he and Ari shared with Sam Altman, the CEO and founder of OpenAI ChatGPT, a proposal for how this could work some months back. So how they could provide their millions of idle GPUs to OpenAI ChatGPT. But it doesn't end here. He also said that he would say that about 50% of AI training could be provided by the Render network. If you don't know how big that is, the cost of training an AI model are expected to rise from $100 million to $500 million by 2030. We already saw these numbers going to the billions, with OpenAI ChatGPT spending billions on more than 50,000 NVIDIA graphic cards. But there's again more. He expects that number to go up as well as GPUs on the network get more memory. So he's just saying that the GPUs providing GPU power on the Render network are getting more powerful, providing more memory, and they could end up actually providing 100% of the GPU power needed for AI training by the large AI players. And you might be thinking, well Doc, what could this actually mean for Render token itself if so many big AI players would connect to the network? Well, if you didn't know yet, they're gonna introduce a burning and mint equilibrium soon. What this basically means is that the customer who needs rendering job, who needs GPU power for his AI, he can buy GPU power straight off the Render network. He can pay with Render tokens, which will be burned immediately, or always have the option to buy with fiat. This fiat will be used to buy Render tokens of exchanges and burn them. Of course, on the other side, we'll have the node operators who provide GPU power. They will be rewarded based on the amount of GPU power they provided in a fixed amount of mint tokens. But what does this actually say in numbers for the Render network? So say the monthly usage of the Render network is 21 million. I got this number with the example of the $700,000 a day by just one AI large player. So in every month they will distribute 760,000 Render tokens to the node operator. This comes straight from the white paper with the introduction of the BMI. So then with a Render of 185, that means $1.4 million in Render tokens would be distributed to the node operators, but the network usage would be 21 million. So this would mean that a net burn of almost $19.5 million or 10.5 million Render tokens would occur. So to keep up with this kind of burning, Render needs to go to around $30, and even $30 is not enough. If you know it will be bought of exchanges, with the BME you will be able to lock your tokens for liquidity rewards. So the amount of Render tokens on exchange will be very, very low. And if this kind of burning occurs from one single AI, this could already push Render beyond $100. And the numbers I am showing are straight facts numbers. So the price will go way higher. There will be constant buying pressure because an AI runs 24/7. So every single day there has to be tokens on the exchange to be bought, and the lower the amount on the exchange goes, the higher the buying pressure and the higher Render will have to go. But of course this is not ready yet. They're working on it, but we're not gonna tell you to buy when everything is done. I've told you on 0.4, I told you at 1.3 a month ago. We're always looking into the future. But of course the main topic that you guys now came for is how much will 1000 Render tokens be worth? Well, I truly believe, just like Nvidia is a top 10 stock, that Render, the biggest decentralized GPU provider in the world, deserves to be a top 10 crypto by fundamentals. For the people saying that's impossible, we already went from rank 160 to rank 48 in 2023 alone, and the year isn't even done yet. But how big would a top 10 crypto be? Well, if you take a look at the last bull market of 2021, we can see that a top 10 crypto would be around 35 billion in market cap. But if you look at the 2017-2018 bull market, you could see a top 10 crypto was around 11 billion. And we all know that bull markets always grow bigger and bigger. So a top 10 crypto could be around 100 billion market cap in the next bull run. And for the people saying this is crazy talk, XRP reached 130 billion in 2017-18 without any bank using it. Also, Cardano got to 93 billion, being the massive layer 1 solution without even smart contracts. And Render, with these kinds of fundamentals, it's definitely possible. But now, of course, the main question, what does this mean in numbers? So let's say Render has a price of $1.85 with a market cap around 700 million. A top 10 crypto last bull run was 35 billion, but every bull run a top 10 becomes bigger, so the next one could be 100 billion plus, meaning Render could be between 35 to 100 billion in market cap. So this would mean a $95 up to $275 Render by market cap. So this would mean that 1000 Render tokens could be worth between 95,000 and 275,000 by the bull run of 2025, and this is only by market cap, not even counting the burning effect. But remember, this is always the blow off top. This is not the price will stay for weeks. But before I give you my final thoughts on how I think that Render will go in the next couple of weeks and months, if you want to buy Render on the best exchanges and want to get great rewards like 30,000 or more in bonus or reward, click on the top link of the description. And if that exchange doesn't suit you, you can always click open and sign up on any of the exchanges to benefit the lowest fees and highest rewards possible. So I think with the upcoming events like Solana Breakpoint, if Bitcoin doesn't go down, that Render will just continue this trend, claiming a lot of ranks going up. Of course, it depends on the Bitcoin price, and my strategy never changes. I will just DCA until the end of the year. It's always really risky in my opinion to just join at one price point. So to know when I'm actually buying and talking about crypto, be sure to follow me at TheRealDoc on Twitter. I will always explain when I'm buying, when I'm uploading, when I receive new Render news. Also, like this video if you enjoyed. Click on the screen right now to find one of the best passive income methods which works in a bull market and in a bear market. Subscribe for more awesome crypto content, and YouTube. Until next time.